Clear for launch. And with that, shut down your visors, O2 on, and prepare for ignition. 202, PP, copy that, and initiating a full 10-4-4.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength, not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart, and God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread, healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed, and we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You All Cubed, one-on-one. It's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I want to welcome you to the stream on today. Yes, it's Thursday, July the 21st in the year 2022. Isn't it just wonderful? Isn't it just grand? I tell you what, this year is just flying by. This week is flying by. Can you believe I've been a Texan for a week and 1 day today? Can you believe it? I'm so glad to be here, and I'm glad that you're here with me. Now, we're going to get this party started and crack-a-lacking. And as we get ready to go, I went over in prayer requests. If anybody doesn't know, we do have a channel in Discord for prayer requests. I did go over the prayer requests this morning, and even in the chat this morning. I'm going to start right off. I want you all to lift my brother, lift Mufasa. That's the way we do it, y'all. That's the way we do it in the Lion's Den. He's been requesting prayer this morning, both in the chat and in the channel. So I'm going to ask that as we go through this morning, our special prayer and our special energy is being directed towards Truck Driver. That's my Lion King. And I want you to understand that even the kings need support. Hello? Even the Lion King needs support. So this is the way we support one another in the Lion's Den. And I want to start right off the top with that this morning because that's important to me. Now, as we get ready to go forth, and I know y'all gonna do it. I don't even have any questions in my mind. I already know that you're gonna do it. So listen, miracles, signs, and wonders. That's what's getting ready to happen in here, Truck Driver. Miracles, signs, and wonders over your life, and you are under an open heaven. So all kinds of strength, all kinds of support, all kinds of love coming to you. That's it, Rebel. Hashtag MSW. That's the way we roll in here. Miracles, signs, and wonders over your life. We decree it and we declare it. It is so, and it shall come to pass. Now, as we get ready to move forth, I want us to thank you for those prayers. Thank you for those prayers. And I know you all are doing it too. And we know that God, only God can do it. I see him doing 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 it. Come on, y'all. Come on, Truck. Come on, Truck. I'm going to pick him up and put him down for you, sir. I see him doing it. He's going to fix it. Yes. Come on, Truck. Come on, Truck. Come on, my brother. I see him doing it, Truck. I see him doing it. Miracles. Signs and wonders. the hills. That's where your strength and your help comes from, Chuck. We got you, brother. And suddenly, woo! Come on and feel better, my brother. Come on and feel better. I see him doing it. I see him doing it. Do you need God to do it? Do you need God to do it? Woo! I see him doing it. I see him doing it, Chuck. Woo! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We in travailing prayer for my brother right now. We're in travailing prayer for my brother right now. We're in travailing prayer for my brother right now. And I see him doing it. Woo! Woo! It's happening in CPA12. It's happening. Woo! Yes, sir. Woo! Lift up your heads. Lift up your heads. He's the lifter of my head, Truck. He's the lifter of my head. He's the lifter of my head, Truck Driver. He's the lifter of my head. Woo! My God. Yeah. Do it. I see him doing it. I see him doing it. Thank you all for just stopping, because that's the way we do it in the Lion's Den. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's the way we do it in the Lion's Den. And our support, our love, our encouragement, our arms of love are extended to you, Truck Driver. And I'm glad you're feeling better. And just expect more of the same. Expect more of feeling better to happen to you in these next hours, and in the rest of today. Because God is with you, and so is the Lion's Den. So I thank you all for letting me just stop for a second and just love on my brother just a little bit. Truck Driver, that was for you, sir. That was for you. And we love you in the Lion's Den. Amen. Now, that's the way we do it, y'all. Support when we need it, where we need it, how we need it. And we can stop whatever we're doing, because nothing's more important than one of the lions. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing is more important than one of the lions. So that's the way the love flows over here in the Lion's Den. We love you, man. We love you. Whew, I feel all right. I feel all right. Whew, come on. I'm feeling something. So let me pull myself back in, because I feel myself in preacher mode right now. So I'm gonna have to regroup here for just a second. Let me regroup for just a second, and we'll get back to our regularly programmed session. Now, as we move forward this morning, I appreciate you all. I love you. Every last one of you that are here in the Lion's Den. I want to go ahead and get back to the programming here. But listen, ain't no apologies over here, because I'm not sorry. I said what I said, and I did what I did, because Truck Driver is important. You are important to me, and we need you to survive. Now, coming back to while we look at who was in the Lion's Den this morning, who was in the Lion's Den VIP section this morning, bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness. Yes, that's what they do. They come in and make sure there's plenty of that here for everybody that's in the room, everybody that's in the Lion's Den. I'm looking and I'm checking it out, and I see 6 beautiful people over there that were in the VIP section. I mean, early this morning. And I'm going to start with Miss Fabulous, who was number 6. She came in head usher, reporting for duty. Head usher reporting for duty. We appreciate you, Miss Fabulous, otherwise known as Mel Holiday. Thank you for being in the VIP section this morning. Then she was followed up, or actually she was preceded by Den Darn, who came on in. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. So much love coming to you. And she always comes in with prayers, with anchoring us down, with hugs and lots of love. I appreciate you, and all the crowns for everybody that she can find. I appreciate you, my sister. Then the fourth person in the room this morning was none other than BTD Mom. Thank you, sis, for coming in. I appreciate you. Listen, all of these beautiful folk congregated in the VIP section. I'm telling you, it's all right. Listen, I'm missing my pictures, ain't I? Hold on a second. Let me get BTD Mom up. Let me get BT Dumb. That's my sis right there. That's Anita Harvey. That's my girl. I love her. Yes, I do. I tell you what, she's just a whole vibe and a whole blessing. I appreciate you for coming in to the VIP section this morning. And then I want to go ahead and get to number 3 in the Lion's Den this morning. That's going to get on that love seat. None other than Kim Possible, the pastor from the ATL. She did that. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she marvelous? Isn't she wonderful? There she is. Thank you, Kim Possible. That is the pastor from the ATL, and I appreciate you, sis. Now, number 2 in the Lion's Den this morning was Truck driver, you did that, sir. That's my brother. That's my baby. That's my Mufasa. There he is. He was number 2 in the Lion's Den. But even though all of these came in, and they came in full of love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness, the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than MCP812. Girl, you did that. You did that. Come on in here. You did that, sweetheart. Yes, you did. You did it. Congratulations. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Come on in and sit down, sis. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I appreciate you. 2 tambourines, otherwise known as MCP812. Yes, she hit it at 12 o'clock on the dot, y'all. Yes. I think Truck clocked in at 12:01, but he was too late. MCP812 and 2 Tams was already perched. She was already perched and smiling and grinning. Congratulations to you, MCP812, otherwise known as 2 Tams. I love you, sis. You know I do. That's my girl right there. Thank you so much. And for everybody, all 6 of you in the Lion's Den VIP section, I appreciate you. And truly, without a doubt, I want you all to know they really do come in bearing love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness. These beautiful people are just beautiful. I mean, they are just beautiful souls, beautiful hearts, so much love. And listen, they come in there to make sure we get all that love vibe up in the Lion's Den. Now, you know how we do it from this point right here. Get your mod love out. Get your mod love out, because we appreciate those beautiful moderators. Yes, it's Shelly Thunder. There she is right there. And you know how I say it. Up above my head, I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. I love this sis right here. I call her the prophetess. Thank you so for all that you do, Shelly Thunder. Then we got the leader of the pack, none other than the Rebel Inc. Yes, the Rebel Inc., y'all. She's up in here. I appreciate her for all that she does. She brings us those anti-morning bangos and the cracks when she streams. Yes, she is a streamer, and if you're not following her, you definitely want to follow the Rebel Inc. She will bless your whole life. And if you're not following her, quit your wicked ways, because listen, she's a whole vibe and a whole blessing. And then, of course, the third part of the Blessed Trinity, Michelle Brownell. That's my quiet storm. I love all 3 of these ladies. I'm telling you, Michelle Michelle is something special. She really, really is. If you don't know her, you really need to get to know her because, honey, she comes as a full package. And I just love these three beautiful divas. And we appreciate you for all that you do in the Lion's Den. Now, you know how we do it. Get the coffee cups out. Get the coffee cups out because we're going to get this party started. We had to stop just a little bit and take care of some other business before we got started with the stream this morning. But sometimes there are more important things than what happened. Well, what had happened was, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, what had happened was we got a brother and a lion in the Lion's Den that needs some love before we got started. In the meantime, get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because listen, I want to speak to everybody. As my mama said, when you come in the room, speak to somebody. And that's the way we roll in the Lion's Den. With that, I want to say, the Rebel Inc., I see you and good morning to you. Joanna G, come on in the room. I see you and blessed morning to you. Shelby Nicole Cosplay, I see you and good morning to you. Stacy 546, I see you and good morning. Coming on down and I see MCP 812, good morning to you. I see you. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I see SK 8843, come on in here. Lovey 54, I see you. The Gift, Nathan Lamont, I see you. Truck Driver, I see you, my brother. Tie Chick, I see you this morning. Coming on down, MCP 812, if I didn't get you, let me get you real quick. I see you. Come on, BTD Mom, I see you. Simply Amazing, I see you. Come on in the room. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking in the pastor from the ATL, Kim Possible 711, who is a part of Good Grief, which will be here tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time. I see you, Lioness. Come on in here. I appreciate you for being in the room. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out to see who I can see. If anybody came in the basement while I was upstairs, I don't want to miss anybody that's in this chat this morning. And to those of you that are not in my chat, but you're just auditing and you're out there listening and supporting, I want you to know I appreciate you too. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm trying to see what I can see here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Shelby Nicole Cosplay is a streamer, you all. Please follow her and come on, we're lifting her in prayer and we're lifting her and sending blessings her way and good vibes and good energy as she's in a recovery mode. So much love coming to you, sis. And it's good to see you this morning. Tall Pumps is pumping tall. Good morning to you, fam. I see you and so much love coming to you. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out if there's anybody else that came in the basement while I was upstairs. Let me take a look and see. Cassandra Woke 2022. Come on in the room, sis. I see you. I love you. Come on, come on. Jonna CPW in the room. So good to see you this morning. Come on, sis. And she is a counterpart. She is one of my friends that chats with me every Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. I love you, girl. It's always a joy to see you. Kim Possible and Jonna CPW both are still celebrating birthday month, and we just give them all the love and all the peace and joy that we can send their way. For sure, for sure. Coming on down, and then Darn is in the room. Good morning, sis, and I see you. Michelle Browno. I saw you were here yesterday, but Twitch wouldn't let you chat. I got you. Twitch wouldn't let me see. I want to say, while I say that, I couldn't see the hype train that was going on and some of the other activities as well. So I don't know what was going on with Twitch, but it was having difficulty in some functionality on yesterday. So I got you, sis. I saw you said you were there, but chat wouldn't let you chat. And so I know there was something going on with the system. I don't know what it was, but there was something going on with the system on yesterday. So much love to you. I'm coming on down, but I'm really shocked that you're up this early in the morning. Come on, my sister. Yes, come on. Joanna G, if I didn't say good morning to you, honey, charge it to my head and not my heart. Because listen, I'm trying to look and make sure I don't miss anybody, because everybody in this chat is absolutely positively important to me. King King Coogee, there's my sire. He's in the room and he's one of my first friends and followers on Twitch. I love this man. If you're not following him, please go out there and follow King Coogee. He will bless your whole life, and he is a streamer. When you hear us say LYFE, love yourself first every day, I got that from King Coogee. That's his acronym, and I appreciate you, brother, for being in the room this morning. You know I love you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking because I want to see if anybody else came in the basement while I was upstairs. I'm looking and I'm seeing and I'm checking it out. So much love in this room. I appreciate everybody that's here. Now, did I get everybody? I'm coming on down. Not your average guy, because he takes the yellow pill. Not your average guy is in the room. So much love to you. Good Friday Eve to you too, sir. And we're so glad that you're here. So much love coming to you. I see you cracking up, Michelle. Now, let's get this party started. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking. I appreciate each of you, and we will continuously all day long. Listen, that little break we had at the beginning for truck drivers, that ain't it. We're going to do it all day long. We're just going to keep lifting my brother all day long, because that's how we do it in the Lion's Den. Now let's go ahead and get to what had happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept and slobbered, what had happened was, there's a few good things that we're going to talk about this morning, and then some other stuff. We got good things and other stuff. So here we go. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. I was very selective and am going to be very selective today, because a lot of what's being discussed is the January 6th hearings. A lot is in the newspaper. People are coming forth and saying Trump did this and Trump did that. I don't necessarily want to talk about all of that. What else do we have going on this morning? Just a whole lot of who shot John about politics. I see your coffee cup, Den Darn. I see your coffee cup, MCP 812. I see your coffee cup, SK 8843. Truck driver, hey, not your average guy. Truck, it's just, he's requesting prayer. He needs some strength and some things going on in his world this morning, where he had prayer requests. And I'm going to say this again. We do have a channel for prayer requests. It's been there the whole time. Some of you utilize it, some of you don't. But we do have a prayer request channel in Discord where you can put in your prayer requests. And so he came in bright and early this morning in the prayer channel, as well as in the stream this morning, and was asking for special prayer. So we're lifting him up. So yes, that's what we got going with Truck Driver. And over here, we stop for our lines. We stop for our brothers and sisters when they need strength, when they need help. That's what we're here for. BTD Mom, I see those coffee cups. Simply amazing. I see those coffee cups. Come on in here. I see you, Kai Chick. Den Darn, come on through, Stacy. Kai Chick, did I miss you this morning? If I didn't say good morning to the evangelist, because I don't ever, and I know she's not in here for recognition, but that's my girl. That's my evangelist. If I didn't say good morning to Kai Chick, because something in my brain is telling me I don't remember calling your name, but my brain might be a little faulty. But just in case, I just want to say good morning to you, Kai Chick. So much mad love coming to you. I love you. So come on. Listen, Truck Driver, you are the best. You are the best. This is my family right here. And you know what? Hey, let those tears roll. They just temporary. But we got you, man. We got you. So the gods got you, and we got you too. So there you go. Okay. I just want to make sure, Kai Chick, because I'll be like, because I just don't want to miss anybody. Y'all such good people up in here. Now, so as I said, there's a whole lot of chatter and a whole lot of chit chat out there about politics, Trump, January 6th. And yes, we've covered it, and every time you turn around, there's something else to address and something else to talk about. I get it. But I just don't want to talk about that this morning. Is that all right? While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they found out some more dastardly stuff about this man and what all he's done. But at the end of the day, it's just dastardly. At the end of the day, I'm sick of talking about him. I think sometimes folk do stuff just so they can be talked about. Like Kim Burrell. Oh, did I say that? Anyway, folks do stuff just so they can be talked about. And at the end of the day, sometimes when I see that kind of behavior, I purposely don't talk about it and go go the other direction, because I'm not gonna give you what you want, which is to try your best to be relevant when you obviously are not doing anything that is relevant. So we're just not gonna come out with that. Then darn, I see you. Now, listen, no 45 today, Kim Possible. No 45 today. He's sucked up enough oxygen out of the room. I'm sick of him. Now, I'm going to start with this one. This one isn't major, but y'all tell me what you think. You listen. Now, with BMWs running at 80K and higher, yes, we're giving all the shade. You're exactly right. Some folk feel like any attention is better than no attention. So listen, this the shade room. It's shady up in here this morning. It's shady up in here. I'm telling you. Now, I looked at this one, and folks are a little agitated and a little upset, and I kind of cracked up on this. The folks are mad. They said, listen, they done already paid $80K for a baseline BMW. Now, this is what BMW has done. Customers are now mad because they have to pay $18 a month subscription to use their heated seats and cruise control in their brand new spanking sparkling BMWs. Yes, SK, corruption is not news anymore. All kinds of shade. You know how we do it, Kim Possible. We don't just throw shade, we shed light. That's the way we do it in the Lions Den. Now, y'all talk to me. If you paid $80,000 for a stripped down baseline BMW, would you pay $18 additional a month for a subscription for heated seats and $18 a month additional for cruise control? Now, it's on the car, but you can't use it unless you subscribe. You hear what I'm saying? It's like Sirius radio. It's in the car, but you can't use it unless you pay your $18 a month. Listen, now I don't know how y'all feel about the matter, but this is how I feel about it. Could it be? The devil. That old slimy devil, you tell me how I'm gonna pay that kind of money. That's a house, $80,000. Well, in my day and time, it was a house. It ain't no more. But I'm telling you what, you give me a car that has cruise control and that has heated seats, but I have to pay you $18 a month. Y'all hear me? Yes, Rebel. Yes, SK. A subscription for functions in your car. SK said, BTD mom, you paid $80K to say you had a BMW. You paid $80K, BTD mom, to say you're driving a Beamer. Now, you can't use your cruise control and you cannot use your heated seats. But at the end of the day, not your average guy, then darn Michelle, it's a mess. That's a whole mess, Kachick. That's how greedy we are in this country. Because at the end of the day, yes, Cassandra, Houston, we have 80,000 problems. It's the devil. How in the world? And so at the end of the day, this is just what's astonishing to me. I'm sure people are going to pay it. You guess BMW said if you can pay for the car, surely you won't miss this monthly heat cost. Girl, listen, Simply Amazing. That is Diablo. This is Diablo. No, ma'am, no, sir, Kim Possible. Any functionality in that $80K automobile better work without any more money. Baby, I read that and I cracked. And that's just going to get you around the block. Come on, Stacy. And you're going to petty pimp $18 for heat $18 for cruise control. Listen, BMW is ghetto. When you pimp the peoples out, when you pimp the functions out for just a few more dollars. Now, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Now you got to go to the shade tree mechanic. Baby and them gonna get that hookup. Michelle, you know somebody's gonna figure out how to get that workaround so that you can go ahead and get that cruise control working. Go ahead and get them heated seats working without using that subscription. Somebody gonna figure it out, because we gonna buy the car, but we're not gonna pay for that extra. You just might as well get a clear understanding. We're not NOT, not gonna pay that extra money for this $80,000 car that we just bought. I'm like, what is wrong with BMW? But this is what I'm gonna tell you what. If you see, it's going to trend. I can almost guarantee you it's going to trend, because now y'all ain't ready for me, but I felt the same way for real about Sirius Radio. If I got a radio, let the radio work. Why do I have to pay you a subscription to have radio service on my car? And you can say, oh, but that's extra. Well, I can say cruise control is extra. You can push your foot on the pedal. You don't have to have cruise control. Now, me personally, I'm not going to have a car that doesn't have cruise control. I'm just not going to do it. And that's just me. When I'm traveling, and for as much traveling as I do, I need cruise control to set it and get myself down the road. Ease on down the road. But at the end of the day, I'm just not going to have a car that doesn't have cruise control, but I'm not going to pay you $18 a month to be able to use it. What kind of mess is this? So at the end of the day, they must be offering Tesla hand off cruise control. Tesla hand off cruise control, King Coochie. I don't know what they doing, but they not getting hello Buick. No more BMW for me. Hello, Buick. Listen, I'm telling, bring it to me. I will re-chip it for you. Thank you, Not Your Average Guy. And there's your side business. There's your side hustle. For everybody that's got that $80K brand new stripped down BMW, go ahead and take your car to Not Your Average Guy so he can re-chip your car. Just get Leroy to turn it on when you leave the lot. Impossible. I'm telling y'all. Now, every time you see a new BMW, I'm straight cracking up remembering this conversation. Simply amazing. This is of Diablo. I read this and I said, you know what? Now, listen. Greed has gone too far. Greed is a paint extra for the car, BTD Mom. They get ready to charge y'all for everything. Everything you get with that car, you gonna pay for it. Listen, it's straight mess, SK8843. It's straight mess. Go on and get your Lexus, then darn. Get something besides that BMW, because they about to nickel and dime you to death. BMW, banking money willy-nilly. Come on, Cassandra. Is that what it stands for? Banking money willy-nilly. Listen, we have got to get a month for the engine. Listen, I'm telling you, they're going to Stacy any way and every way they can. They haven't gotten to a month for the engine yet. At the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you, this is the country in which we live. This is the country in which we live. So the people are screaming bloody murder, and they're like, no, ma'am, no, sir. This is just egregious. Only in America. Only, I think. I don't know if anybody else gonna go for this foolishness. So, there you have it. If you've been thinking about buying a car, I just need you to pay attention, because you might drive off that car lot thinking that you have heat, thinking that you have cruise control. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a subscription, you ain't got it. I just want you to know. Don't sleep on Buick. I got you, Not Your Average Guy. Don't sleep on Buick. Buick got some nice cars. Y'all better ask somebody. They'll soon want to charge you just to open the car. Listen, then darn, this country is so greedy. These corporations who are making Money hand over fist. I started to put a number to it, but I'm not even going to put a number to it. I'm just going to leave it open and say they make money hand over fist. This is just sheer greed. It to me is just straight up blatant sheer greed. And like I said, and I know a lot of y'all, most of y'all have it. I don't have Sirius Radio. Number one, it's not installed in my car because I got a hoopty and I ain't mad about it. But at the end of the day, my hoopty gets me from point A to point B. But I would not be playing for Sirius Radio because if I got a radio in my car and it's y'all got Sirius all over my dash talking about it's loaded with Sirius better play when I push the button. I'm not getting ready to pay you extra money. What are you doing? So I think really if I say from my perspective, what they did, I feel, was basically look at the fact that we were so happy to pay for the subscription for Sirius. We're happy to pay for OnStar, or we're happy to pay for all of these other things and say, oh, that's extra packaging. If you want that, you're going to pay a little bit more for it. And listen, I feel, had this in mind the whole entire time. They had this in mind the whole entire time that we just going to keep on. If they're willing to pay for this, well, then let's throw in that. Let's see if we can get a subscription for this. Let's see if we can get a subscription for that. And we go out there and we buy these cars and we pay for it. And if we want those functionalities if we want that function to work, we want that functionality, then we pay them the money. And so they say, okay, let's just keep on and see how far we can go until after a while we sold you a whole car, but you got to subscribe for every function in it. This is the direction that these folks are headed, and we just keep paying them the money. I see you, Simply Amazing. Blessings to you. So you love your Lexus, Kim Possible. I see you. It's a rich people problem. I got you, Shelby. You want a Buick yourself? Come on through, Shelby. Those Buicks are nice. Y'all better ask somebody. Somebody told me that's an old people's car. I was like, what do you mean an old people's car? That's a good car. What are you talking about? Those some nice Buicks. Facts. So at the end of the day, you like them as well, then darn. So I hear y'all. I'm looking and I'm saying you've had a few Buicks. Come on, not your average guy. Said, let me testify. We got testimony service right here. Put a pin in it right here because we got a testimony. I have had a few Buicks, and let me say they are more than comparable to the luxury brands. Come on through with that, not your average guy. You got a testimony right there, people. You heard it from not your average guy. So at the end of the day, there are a whole lot of brands out there. I'm not just pushing Buick. Y'all talking about Buick in the chat, so that's what I'm reading. But I'm just saying, listen, at some point, we as consumers need to stop and say, I'm not going to do it. I hear you, Dendarn. This is geared at black people. I don't know. Bring me out on that. Is it black folks that are going out there getting these BMWs or whatever? I don't know. Have had a few Buicks. I got you. So at the end of the day, I'm like, that sticker price had better be inclusive. And that's all I'm saying, SK8843. If I paid you $80K already and you want to come back and start charging me out the nose with these little nickel and dime penny ante subscriptions, no ma'am, no sir. So there you go. Come on and keep your 96 Benz. That's what I'm talking about, not your average guy. And listen, some of those older model cars, in my opinion, are much better built and will last and be much more durable than these new cars that they're putting out, in my opinion. Better quality, workmanship, better materials, all of that. So, I don't have a problem with the older cars. So, I'm all for that 96 Benz. As long as that baby's still purring and roaring and rolling down the street, roll on, let the church roll on. And they're reliable. Come on here, the gift, Nathan Lamont. James, I said truck driver. I'm glad I have my phone and Bluetooth that works just as good. I got you on that, truck driver. I got you on that. I thought you were new coming in, and not James Sims is truck driver, in case anybody didn't know. Your phone and your Bluetooth, and it works just as good, and I'm with you on that. So at the end of the day, I just look at all of these different things that we have opened the door to, and they said, listen, y'all, we cracked it. You open the door, and we coming right on in. Now show me the money before you can run those heated seats and run that cruise control on that car. That's just insane to me. That's some crazy stuff. Your Lexus is a 2004, and she's doing just fine. I hear you, Kim Possible. I got a 2001 Toyota, and that baby purrs. So, I'm not mad one iota, and I'm just thrilled, tickled, and overjoyed to not have a car payment while folks are paying out the nose. I'm just happy to ride right on down the street in my 2001, and ain't no shame in my game. So, I'm just trying to tell you, in Jamaica, BMWs are getting as common as Toyotas. I bet most of these who bought them don't even know this. And then darn, listen, that's interesting that in Jamaica that BMWs have gotten just as common as Toyota. And I remember when my dad is the one that got my sisters and I turned on to Toyota when Toyota was brand new to the country. And my cousin used to always say, oh, that ain't nothing but and it had a slur to it, which I will not repeat. That ain't nothing but a toy. He talked all this negativity. And when everybody else's cars were breaking down and we were still rolling, baby, those Toyotas just kept right on going. And so at the end of the day, all three of us, my sisters, my two sisters and I, my father, honey, he was a Toyota lover, and baby, we rolled in some Toyotas, and those Toyotas did as well. So at the time, however, you didn't see any Toyotas, and you could get a Toyota for little or nothing. And that for me was really the shocker. Once they started becoming popular here in the United States, the price jump, man. You used to be able to get a Toyota for nothing. But once they got really, really popular and people started realizing, baby, change the oil, put some tires on that baby, it'll roll forever. When people started realizing the value that was in that Toyota, that sticker price sent me into sticker shock. So, I remember I had a Toyota Cressida, which at the time that it came out, it was one of the first to have the automatic seatbelt that would lock you in and unlock you. It would go in, lock you once you sit down, close the door, and then open back up. It was one of the first to have that. And I can remember people used to get in my car and just be fascinated with the fact that it would strap you in, still at a decent cost. But man, once they really, really, really caught on, and sounds like the same as Toyotas over there, now BMW is having that same kind of market impact in Jamaica. Once it catches on, man, they run that sticker price up so high. It's just unbelievable. So that's why they're trying to stop making parts for older cars so folks can buy newer models. And I agree with you, King Coogee. They want folks to buy these, $80,000. That to me is that's a house note. That's a small personal house. Something for a starter home, $80,000. Why am I putting that much money into a vehicle that the value, and I know you all know this, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, the value on that car just depreciated. The value on that car just depreciated tremendously when you drove it off the lot. So, that year Toyota is the best. Listen, Toyota was great. And Toyotas will take you anywhere. You paid for car rides real good. Come on here. And I'm looking. I'm a married guy with 4 kids. The days of impressing with my car are long gone. I got you, not your average guy. And that, do we need to talk about that? Is it really about you drive that car to impress, even the dress to impress concept? You want somebody to look and say, oh, they're driving a BMW. They got a Beamer. Oh, they got a whatever you want to put in, fill in the blank for a luxury model car. Is it for impressing? Do you really need all of that? And I'm not mad at you if you got the money and whatever, but I'm just thinking there's other things you could do with that money. In my opinion, there are other things that you could do with that money that would lead to some generational wealth. Maybe there's some investment that you could put that money in. Maybe there's some savings for your children, when they get married, instead of getting married into debt, and maybe they could start with a house. Maybe, I don't know. I just think there are other things that we could do with that money instead of trying to impress people. I've seen people, and this is the truth. I've seen people when I see their cars out and about, I'm like, oh my God. And then when you go home and see their house, it's like, wow, you paid that kind of money for a car and your house look like it's worth $20. I don't know. I've never really understood that. And that's a mentality that we have to deal with. But that day of impressing people with our cars, some people are really caught up into that. And I'm not saying that to be ugly towards anybody, but I'm just saying, if you're driving a $30,000 car and you go home to a $500 house, and I mean literally a $500 house, I mean literally $500 house. I just make that make sense for me. I can't track along with that. So, I don't know. I just can't. Give me a house over that any day. I'm with you, Den Darn. Give me a house over that any day. So, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Toyota makes Lexus. Come on through with that, Den Darn. Volkswagen makes Porsche. Come on through, y'all. Listen, I got some car folk up in here. Good morning, Barbara Hardy. That's my friend from These Are They. Come on in here. So much love coming to you. So I'm telling you, Kai Chick, I'm just telling it like a TIZ. Y'all know how we do it in here. This is the Lion's Den, where we do it when we take our coffee with no cream, no sugar. We tells it like it TIZ. And I still don't understand, Kai Chick, when you got a car note that's going to put you in debt just so you can drive around and impress people. I don't think so. So come on, Rebel. Your Toyota ran for 240K miles before you sold it to a teenager, and it kept right on running. SK8843, that's my sister. And she's telling the truth. That car looked absolutely phenomenal when she sold it with 240K miles. That car looked and ran absolutely phenomenal. 240K miles. And sold it off, and it was a great car for the teenager, and they got many miles as well. I'll do that any day over trying to impress a bunch of people with a brand new car, and I can barely pay my bills. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And I would recommend that you don't either. The name of my game is stay out of debt. That's the name of my game. Stay out of debt. And this country loves, from the time that you graduate, the first thing they want to do, even with student loan, is saddle you down with debt and get you acclimated to the debt process of always owing somebody. At some point in life, it would seem to me you would get to the point where you don't want to have to owe anybody. But man, we just, that consumerism that we've been indoctrinated to, we just keep right on buying more and more and staying in debt, and I'll be in debt till I die. Let that be you, but that's not my sentiment. I'm not trying to owe somebody till the day I close my eyes. I just don't want to do it. You live in the projects in New York City. People here have his and her and extra cars all over here. I don't understand that, Shelby. I don't understand it. And I don't understand how they're doing it. And I don't understand, even if you have the means by which to do it, why would you still be living in the jacks? I don't know. It's something about that. And I listen, I know that it happens because I got some friends, loved ones, and acquaintances who are the same way. They are just as happy to drive that Beamer up into the jacks. You don't even have a garage to put it in. You don't even have a garage to garage the car in. And you're rolling that beautiful car up to the jacks and just as happy can be. I don't understand it. So it's mindset. That's all I can say, Shelby. It's a mindset. So at the end of the day, I just don't know what to say. Congrats to Bruce Beach, the black family that got their beach back. Yeah, I saw that. It was taking their generational wealth. And let's do that, Nathan Lamont. Instead of buying all these cars that they want to nickel and dime you with the subscription just to use the cruise control and the heated seats, how about we go out and buy some land? How about we go out and do some other things that the value appreciates instead of depreciates? Sabrina Lynn, thank you for liking the stream and come on in here. So glad to have you. So much love coming to you, and welcome to the Lion's Den. Yeah, so why the gift, Nathan Lamont? Why not go out and spend that money on something that's going to appreciate in value than something that, and I'm telling y'all, if you didn't know it, if you don't know, now you know. The minute you drive that car off the lot, the value just depreciated, not appreciated. It just depreciated. So I want you all to understand that with perfect clarity. It's not an investment vehicle for you to establish wealth. Baby, that's debt, debt, and more debt. So at the end of the day, just be clear on that. And it's depreciating debt at that. If you're going to carry some debt on something that's going to appreciate in value. Would you do that? If you're going to incur that debt, please put that debt in something that's going to appreciate in value. So, you know, that's all I got to say. You have a 94 and an 06 Nissan that you drive to this day. And I'm telling you, truck driver, that's some stuff that really works well. Shelly Thunder is in the room, y'all. She's in the room. Good morning, Shelly Thunder. So, you know, that's just my little 2 cents. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to anything that I said about that. But one thing I will say, if they go nickel and dime me after I paid $80K for a car, help me. Gas is too high to be fronting. I'm tall pumps. People front all the time. People will do anything to keep up with the Joneses and to make appearances. And at the end of the day, some of these people, and there's nothing wrong with ramen noodles. Hear me, because I eat ramen noodles myself. But, you know, some people will have the baddest house and the nicest car, and they don't have any choice but to eat ramen noodles for their, no. And so at the end of the day, it's like priorities and what we look at. And why is my vehicle so important to me? Is it an appearance? Is it a necessity? Is it an appearance? Is it a necessity? And I don't know. There's something about the consumerism in this country that makes us feel like we got to front. Even if I can't do it, even if I can't afford it, I've got to front. And I'm with you, Tall Pumps. I ain't fronting for nobody on anything. So not just the car, not just the fact that gas is high. I ain't gonna be fronting on anything. And I promise you, some of these folk that done went out, Barbara Hardy, I love you, sis. I promise you, some of these folks that done went out and got these big old cars and them got gas prices started going to $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon. They crying, baby. They sitting at home and they got that car and they looking at that car and they are just, listen, they are looking at that car in their garage or out there on the street. If they gotta park it on the street, they looking at that car and baby, they are crying. Do you understand me? They got some cars that they are crying. They wish to God they could get rid of that car. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? There's some folks that wish they could get rid of that car right now. So, you know, y'all front if you want to. That's just not my lifestyle. So, you know, that's just me. Now, everybody's not me, and to each his own. But I'd rather be comfortable and you know, be able to do some other things in life that I want to enjoy than look at that car and be like this. I mean, saints are crying. Y'all better ask somebody. Saints are crying. Do you hear me? Saints are crying. Your daughter has banged up her Camry and has over 150,000 and it's still pushing Michelle Brown on. That's what I'm talking about. Them Toyotas don't play. You better ask somebody. Those Toyotas just straight up don't play. Your Kia is chugging right along at 274,000 miles. That's what I'm talking about, Kai Chick. Come on with that. And people, listen. And I remember when Kia first came out. I I remember when Kia first came out and people talked about Kias like they were trash. Baby, I've seen some nice Kias. I've seen some beautiful Kias. I've seen some awesome Kias, and those babies just keep right on. Listen, they take a licking and keep right on ticking. And y'all out here with these nice cars that you done paid all this money for, and every time you turn around, y'all sitting up at the dealership or some mechanic shop trying to get your car fixed while you laughing at Kia, Toyota, and other stuff. But this is what's happening to you. Every time you turn around, they in your pocketbook. So who's laughing at who? I just want to know. Y'all need to, honey, those rebels, they just keep right on ticking. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at the Kia. I'm not mad at the Kia, Kai Chick. And I remember a friend and I, she was a member of my congregation, and she was going out to visit her family on the East Coast. And she said, Pastor, will you go? I want you to meet my father and the rest of my family and da-da-da-da-da. I said, oh, sure. She rented a Kia, and I want y'all to know, baby, you talk about gas mileage savings. Oh, my God. We drove that Kia. That Kia got up and went. I was concerned when we got out to the mountains where we're going to have a problem. Because that's when Kia first came out, and everybody was talking, oh, that's just trash. Oh, those Kias are just trash. Those Kias ain't nothing. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't be caught dead in a Kia. Blah, 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 blah. Baby, when I saw how much money we saved in that Kia on that gas mileage alone, I said, Kia! Kia! I feel you in my shondo. So, you know, I never have owned a Kia personally, but I do have close friends that have Kias, and they are nice cars. So it's amazing to me how we get this status thing, and we want to talk about, oh, that's trash, oh, that's this. And number one, have you had one? Number two, have you even driven one? And if you haven't, I would suggest that you hold your opinions and your comments until you do. Because listen, as I said once more and again, some y'all paying for these cars, and every time y'all turn around, it's in your pocketbook. Every time you turn around, you got that car and it's in your pocketbook, but it's not a Kia or a Toyota, but that's okay. It's in your pocketbook. Do you understand the word? This is Yes You Old Cube, one-on-one, just me and you. Come on, you know how we do it. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because I tells it like it T-I-Z-tis. Not to mention, if you didn't know, there is a luxury tax that you pay. Now, for people like me that used to live in Missouri, you had to pay a luxury tax for those luxury vehicles. So, you know, there's a difference even when you go to register it. There's a difference when you get ready to insure it. There's a difference you're going to pay at that luxury level. And so sometimes people go out and they snatch these cars up and they get them without knowing that there's a luxury fee that also goes with owning that vehicle. Go buy you some new cars, and where it was an $80 tire and now it's a $280 per tire. Go ahead and figure that one out. Go out there and figure out that luxury tax when you get ready to register that joker. Go ahead and figure all that stuff out when you get ready to insure that vehicle and it's in a luxury category. Figure all that stuff out before you get that luxury car, because you're going to pay for that, baby. I'm telling you, you're going to pay for it. And if you can't afford it, the fact that you can buy it does not mean that you can afford it. There is a difference. And let me say that one more time for the people in the back. The fact that you can buy it does not mean that you can afford it. So there is a difference. Don't be deceived on that. Your Benz has 268K now, and it still runs great, but you're a shade tree mechanic, and I ain't mad at you. My dad fixed all of our cars, and I miss that man. I miss him, not just for fixing my cars. I miss him, period. But the fact that he knew what he was doing, he had an A-frame welded where he could pull engines and do the whole nine. My dad was no joke. So that's it. Debt is not where it's at. Come on, Cassandra. I'm with you all day long on that. You think it's funny when you could pull over someone in a Porsche, I would ask them how much the personal property tax on the Volkswagen was. Kim Possible, you bought your Lexus used from an elderly woman who only drove to church and the grocery store. Great miles and great price. Listen, I bought a car like that too, Kim Possible. It was an old couple. That car was like 10 years old and it had lower miles than what I put on a car in 1 year, the whole 10 years. And that was a great car. Hear me when I say it was a great car. If you can find some of these old people that take excellent care of, I mean, they had all the paperwork when they had the oil change. They had paperwork when they had the tires rotated. They had paperwork on everything they had done on that car. And that car was in immaculate tip-top shape. And that was a great car. So there are alternatives to you all going out here to these dealerships and signing your life away and going into debt, and you can get a good car. So, you know people that buy $50,000 cars and they're still renting, chick. And listen, you ain't said nothing but a word. And there are a whole lot of people that do not have vision to understand there's something else I could be doing with this money that would put me in a better position in life overall. Come on, Den Darn. It's about the mindset. I got you. It's about the mindset. So, I'm looking and I'm talking, but I hope you all are hearing what I'm saying. I want to appreciate everybody that's here. Now, appreciate versus depreciate. And I'm not your average guy. That's the thing I'm really trying to push and drive this morning with this story about BMW. Get you something that's going to appreciate in value. It doesn't make sense. You would rather buy your house than drive a $50,000 car. Then darn, there's so many, and I'm going to say, and when I say ignorance, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. I mean ignorance is in not knowing better. There are a lot of people that have not been educated to understand the difference between what's of value and what really appreciates in value, and what's really going to benefit you in the long run versus what's just, hey, you're paying for it. They're taking the money out of your pockets. And you're going to have to turn right back around, especially with these new cars. As King Coogee said, they're trying to stop making older parts to force people to buy new cars. But at the end of the day, as long as there's pick and pull, King Coogee, as long as there's pick and pull, and if y'all not familiar with pick and pull, that's where you mechanic can go to the junkyard and get a vehicle that's been trashed, but you find a part that works on your car that's not damaged and get it from pick and pull. Pick and pull will bless your life. But at the end of the day, you're getting these cars that are only designed to last for X number of years, and then everything on it has fallen apart, and you got to buy another car. So that's the country and the society in which we currently live. So just be clear. $2,000 on a handbag and $2 in it. Michelle, $2,000 handbag with $2 in it. You said a whole word right there. And it's about priorities. It's about understanding what's of value and setting those priorities in order. And I understand. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I understand there are seasons and time. Listen, I've had $2 and I've had no dollars. You understand? So I'm not making fun of anybody. But the comparison and the contrast of where your priorities are, if you spent $2,000 on a handbag, but you only have $2. And you don't have money that matches what you're trying to represent. You don't have, and listen, y'all ain't ready for me because I'm just going to be real transparent today. More than likely, if you see me with the $2,000 handbag, it's because somebody gave it to me. Or I went to a secondhand store and found a brand new $2,000 handbag in the secondhand store for $295. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. And ain't no shame in my game. I don't have a problem with it. Or I went to the store and got it on sale or whatever the case may be. I'm just not that person that's going to spend all that money like that when there are other ways that you can still look nice, have nice, but you don't have to pay all that money out, in my opinion. So, take it for what it's worth. You don't have to do what I do, and you don't have to appreciate anything that I've just said. But at the end of the day, there's something about not being in a situation where you snotting and crying because you overspent. Give me the baddest house, regular car, car and able to keep my fridge, freezer, and cupboard stocked well. Come on with that, den darn. And we happy. Come on. DJ Aurora Onyx Heart, good morning to you, sis. I didn't see you come in, but so much love to you. Come on in here and have a good chat with us on this morning. We need to stop being twisted in our thoughts, minds, and choices. And I agree with you, Cassandra. To me, it's twisted. But I also understand that many times, if this is what you've been raised in and grown up in, this is the kind of lifestyle that you will replicate. So at the end of the day, I can't tell you how many houses in Leawood have no furniture in them because they can't afford the house, let alone the furniture, but wanted that address. And Stacy, I've seen that with my own eyes. I really have. Early on, when I graduated from high school, I worked at a daycare center for one of the major hospitals there in Kansas City. And these were the doctors and the nurses and people that were in administration. They were bringing their kids primarily. And I never forget, I was asked by one of them to come and babysit while they went out on the town at an exclusive club. And the beautiful car. And I tell you, when I went in that house had no furniture. The house had no furniture. And when I say the house had no furniture, I mean the house had no furniture. The house had no furniture. I'd never seen anything like it. I was shocked, stunned, and amazed. I was like, where am I going to sit? Where am I going to sit down at? Can you give me a chair? So, Stacy, I know you're not lying on that. I know you're not lying on that because I've seen it with my own eyes. So, I'm just trying to tell you. And the Gucci and the Chanel designer folks be tripping, all dressed up and live in the basement with Rufus. Listen, it's a priority issue. There's some issues with the priorities. So I'm telling you, I've seen it. There's some really nice kids. I'm just catching up. So I'm telling up. I'm catching up. So, just like they bashed the Hyundai, your daughter has a 2003 Santa Fe with 220K on it. You're right. And I wish we would stop doing that as far as bashing cars. Get the car and drive it. And, before you get out and talk about it. And more times than not, people are talking about this stuff and they haven't even had one. So they know nothing about it. So I'm catching up. Let me come on down. So, all right. So I think I've covered everything I can on this 80,000 BMW that now you got to subscribe to get the heated seats and the cruise control. Did we get enough conversation out of that? I'm telling you, it just makes no sense. But again, let's talk about what is it? Come on with the sales in the last season, Michelle Brown. I knew I loved you for some reason. We sisters on that. At the end of the day, I want us to really look at it. What are our needs and what do I really require? And when we start talking about all of these different extras that y'all paying for, and now they say pay for it and then pay for a subscription on top of it. I want y'all to think differently if you would, because man, that's just consumerism. That is just consumerism at its worst. And we need to, as the purchasers, we need to stop just falling in line with this kind of insanity, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, that's some insanity. I'm not getting ready to pay $80,000 for a car and then pay you a subscription just to be able to use the cruise control. I'm just not going to do it. So there we have it, y'all. I just wanted to share that because that story cracked me up. So I'm telling you what, it is what it is. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Now, we talked about this a little bit on yesterday, but Michelle sent this to me. Michelle Brown sent this to me, and I want to show just there is another streamer, internet content guy. Rev Kev, some of y'all have heard his stuff. You've seen him. He had a little bit more of video footage on the issue with Sesame Place and Sesame Street. I'm going to play this, and this one is going to show not just where the one child that we're now dealing with, Rosita, but this is going to show us some other footage of some black kids that have been shunned by different characters at Sesame Place. And I'm just going to let this roll because, again, this is some of why they're about to find themselves in the middle of a class action. So here we go.
Okay, by now you've probably already seen the Sesame Place incident where Rosita did not hug the little black kids, okay? Do not scroll away from this video. Watch the whole 1:30. I'm making a point, okay? Now, here's the video. Rosita says hello to some kid, sees the white lady, high fives, then says no to somebody, looks right at the kids, says no, okay? On the Instagram, Sesame Place is like, no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? The performers can't really see people because they're up high. Okay, that's not what we saw in the video. Not at all. But let's say for the sake of argument, that's what happened. Okay, so explain the rest of these videos. Little black boy, nah, I ain't gonna hug little black boy. He's heartbroken. Yeah, he's heartbroken to me. Rosita looking directly at this kid, dance, hug the other girl, walk past this kid. Now, let's slow it down. Does it look like she pulls her arm away right here? Walk away. Is that a pull away? It looked like a pull away to me. Look like a pull away. All right, here comes another one. Little girl, just walk by her. Handler don't help. Now this is just wow. I don't know who this character is, but what is this? What are you doing to the baby? Why are you knocking the baby down? What? Now we said hug, not shove. Hug, not shove. Now this is the worst. Look at this. This Bert gonna slap the person. Bert done slap the baby. Bert slapped the baby. Bert slapped the baby. Sesame Place finally apologized. They said, my bad, we ain't do that. What's going on? And Sesame Street was like, we don't even work with them like that.
Now, I'm going to say, I don't necessarily, and I'll let you all see that, I don't necessarily feel that all of those were directly against the children. Now, I know some folk gonna be really now, as far as ignoring the kids, yes. Some of it, it's kind of, I don't know. I'd have to see it from another angle and whatever the case may be. However, I do feel that there's obviously some sort of issue with their interaction with black children. So I want to address the fact that, yes, how is it all explained? Coincidence, Shelby? I agree that there's a whole lot to be explained by Sesame Place in the constant, continuous behavior towards the kids. So at the end of the day, Bert would have caught all of these hands right in public too, Goody. I see you. Good morning to you, and thank you for coming in. The slapping of the child, yeah. There's just it brought you out alert too, Goody. The slapping of the little girl, yeah. So that is in my Discord for those that would like to go out and look at that video again. There was one, as I said, that was like, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, even though to me there's still this element of a disparity and a different way that they were acting towards that child and the other children that were in the area. But at the end of the day, all of them, I feel like, show a pattern. Come on, Too Goody. There she is. It shows a pattern of behavior that has been enacted against the little black children. And so at the end of the day, I am so much better. Oh, okay, you saw that's something that's you all talking. Okay, that's why I want to go tall pumps. You still say we boycott this place. No, ma'am, no, sir. I'm not paying you to mistreat me. No. And I agree 200%. There is a clear pattern of behavior, SKA 43, and I feel very, very strongly about that. There is a clear pattern of behavior. So at the end of the day, it brings us right back to where we left this off on yesterday. And thank you again, Michelle Browno, for sharing that video, because I had not seen the Kev on stage video. But here we go. Show me the money. Hit them where it counts. Get them pocketbooks. Get down in those pocketbooks. 2010, thank you and welcome to Yes You. We're glad to have you. Get down in those pocketbooks. That's what I say. Because at the end of the day, there is an obvious pattern there of behavior towards, or should I say, against black children. So I don't know. I just, at the end of the day, I just have to say, no to Sesame Place. No, just no. So I'm waiting to see what they're going to do to actually go ahead and rectify. And as I said earlier, I am not concerned about them having diversity training. Those individuals need to be fired. They just need to be terminated. We don't even need to have a conversation. Let them go get some training someplace else. But this is what I'm going to tell you about training. You cannot train hatred. You cannot train racism. You cannot train what's in the heart of a man and a woman. If they have that hatred in their hearts, it's not going to be trained out of them. So understand, people will do what they need to do to be, politically correct, or to be received and appear in a way so that they can be accepted, but it still does not change what's at the heart and the core of them, and it's still going to manifest. It's still going to manifest. Cassandra wrote, cut some checks, several checks, and check your attitude, and there you have it. Come on with that. Give me the money. Show me the money. I'm looking at you. That's the only thing that gets the big corp's attention. Hit them in the bank account. Come on with that, not your average guy. So at the end of the day, I feel like come on and create some children's characters too, Goody. I like the way you guys are thinking. So this is my thing, and I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with Too Goody, and looks like Shelby Nicole cosplay. Let's go ahead and create our own. Let's go. And I know some people, well, are we going to always have opposite? You do this, we do that. There's nothing wrong, because first and foremost, can we have some characters that look like us? Can we have some characters that resemble, and I understand it's a beautiful thing when Sesame Street comes out. And I have to say this, there's a difference between Sesame Street and Sesame Place. Those are two different corporations. Unfortunately, Sesame Street had to have signed off on something with Sesame Place for them to be able to utilize their characters, yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to say they're probably some subsidiary of them, but are using two different names so they can have just what's going on here, the ability to have a disclaimer. But that's not us. That's not us. But at the end of the day, why not? Why not make our own Too Goody? Why not begin to, instead of constantly buying into the system where we are being mistreated, why not create our own? So then why not have our own black superheroes? And shout out to Tom, what's his name? Tom, y'all put it in the chat. I can't remember the black superhero that's now on CW. And glad that they're starting to come out with some black comic strip characters. Why not come out with our own different things that we can show and highlight and open up? Because this is the thing, even as I talked on yesterday, we're looking at 97.3% venture capital still goes to white men. Let me say it again. 97.3% venture capital still goes to white men. So at the end of the day, there is not this place of we've created an equitable and diverse, inclusive society here in America. That's what we're working toward. I'm all for that. Absolutely, positively. I'm all for that. In the meantime, I'm not going to just stand outside the door and look in. I say at this point, because while we talk about 97.3% of the venture capital goes to white men, why do we not understand that black dollars are some of the hugest dollars in the consumer market? I'm going to say it again. Black dollars are some of the hugest, if not the hugest dollars in the market. Why are we spending so much money in places that do not care and like us when we can begin to do some things for ourselves? So that's how I feel about it. You don't have to agree with me. And I tell people all the time, we can walk hand in hand without seeing eye to eye. I don't have a problem with that. You don't have to see eye to eye with me. I just have to question why we feel like, now, number one, and this is the way I feel about the American dream that so many are enjoying, that 1%, so many are enjoying. And when I say 1%, I'm talking about that upper echelon that really is hoarding up the majority of the money. We built those tables. You won't give me a seat at the table that we built for you. You will not give us a seat at the table that we built for you. Then I'm saying, why not build our own tables? If we built the table, we obviously know how to build it. If we built the table that you're enjoying in your upper 1% living and livelihood, if we built the table that you're sitting at, why would we not build that same table for ourselves? Explain it to me, Lucy. Explain it to me. Because we have been so acclimated and turned our minds, our hearts, our ideas towards the idea that we need to keep paying and buying into this system that already exists. Why would we create another one? Because the system that exists has shut us out, even though we built the table. I'm going to say it again. Because the system that we continue to perpetuate has shut us out, even though we built the table. Then turn around, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm not talking about going to another country. I'm saying we need to go ahead and turn around and stop looking to continuously pay and ride in this system that obviously and overtly does not like nor appreciate us. Why do we keep spending and being the number one consumer that they target and get our money when at the end of the day, again, I'm gonna go back to VC Capital, 97.3% to this day in 2022 still goes to white men. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? 97.3% VC still goes to white men. So at the end of the day, what are they saying? Go ahead and start your companies. And as we gave the statistic when we listened to the brother talk on yesterday, 30% of new companies that were created in the last years, especially since the pandemic, were black women. Started those corporations and companies. Black women have stepped up to the plate and starting businesses and becoming entrepreneurs and being successful at it. But still, 97.3% of startup and venture capital is still going to white men. I don't know how clearly I can state that. So at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm saying there's got to be another way. There's got to be another answer. And there's got to be another solution. If it's our dollars that's making them rich, why can't we make our own selves rich? So we'll pay for Gucci. Gucci is a name. We'll pay Porsche. We'll pay all of these different things. Those are names, but they're not names that sound like our names. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not names that sound like my name. They're not names that sound like your name. So then this is the thing. I'm going to challenge the black community because this is something we're notorious for. So I'm going to just pull a name out. Okay, so Kim Possible. So Kim Possible launches a brand. Now, y'all been paying. Now, hear me, y'all. Y'all been paying hundreds of dollars and for some thousands of dollars for Jordans. Now, Jordan sounds like a name like is mine, but it's owned by somebody else. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So at the end of the day, Kim Possible starts a brand and she charges the same price or anywhere near the price of what y'all paying for these Jordans that are not going to him. They're going to somebody else. You paid this money, or I'm gonna stay out of Jordan because that can kind of get a little muddy because I'm sure he's getting something off of that. But let's just go to Gucci, huh? Can we go to Gucci? I'm gonna just pull a name out of the hat. And so I'm not down in Gucci. I'm just using Gucci Gucci arbitrarily as a name. You'll get Gucci and pay $5,000 for a Gucci. But if Kim Possible comes out with something that might even be better quality than what Gucci is putting out, and she puts a $5,000 tag on her product, y'all will bypass her and not buy Kim Possible's brand and still buy Gucci. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You will still buy the other brand that is going to somebody else other than the people. And then you'll turn around and tell Kim Possible, can I get the hookup? Can you give me a discount? So this is the kind of stuff that we have to contend with. I have a young man that he handmakes handbags, leather handbags. His name is Danny Dean, and you'll see him from time to time in some of our streams. He's one of the ministers in our congregation. He is the baddest. Now, not only can he sew, not only can he make designer handbags, it's called the Dean collection, the Andre collection. Not only can he do all of that, if I'm talking about, he bought a house, gutted it out, redid it from head to toe, basically built a palatial suite. I'm telling you, this brother is good with his hands. He can do it all. He's a beautician. He can do your hair. This brother is off the chains, off the chains, off the chains. He put out a line where he is handcrafting real genuine leather handbags. These purses are phenomenal. And they're priced to sell, and you still got to push people to buy his product, but you'll go out and get a $2,000 Gucci. I just got to keep it real. And so I'm looking, Andre collection, if you're in here, Rebel, put his link in here, because I'm going to shamelessly push my brother, because when I tell you, I'm not about no junk stuff. If I tell you something's good, it's good. And then there have been a few times where I didn't vet some things and push something that didn't quite turn out like I thought it was going to. But by and large, if I tell you I used it, yo, Danny bag is fire. So is mine. I got 2 of them, and I've decided the bags that I purchase from this time forward are going to be from the Andre collection, because at the end of the day, before I pay somebody else for their stuff, I'm going to buy what he has, and his bags are fire. I'm trying to tell you, his bags are fire. So at the end of, come on, Kim, yet the price is the price. Run me my money. That's all I'm saying. Run me my money. So, and listen, we know about the knockoffs, and there's so many people running around think they got the real thing, and it ain't nothing but a knockoff. If you have that, Rebel, please drop his link in there. This boy is bad, and I mean handcrafted, hand-sewn, the boy is bad. His name is Daniel Andre Dean. The boy is gifted. Do you hear me? The boy is gifted. So these are the types of things, and I say, you know, at the end of the day, and the beauty of a one of a kind or a one of a limited collection, you're not going to walk out there and see everybody carrying your purse, carrying your whatever. The boy is bad. He's even got jewelry for your pets. He had a pet collar. I was like, Danny, he said, you know, folks love their dogs. They love it. He's got design stuff for your dog, cat, or whatever. The boy is bad. So this is what I'm saying, though. I want us to begin to support one another, and let's take our dollars back in our communities. And so if we have knowledge of people that have these skills and have these abilities, and at the end of the day, you know, I want to say, I want us to begin to build an economic base amongst ourselves. If we have the highest in consumer dollars out there in the market, we can turn the trajectory of this thing around. And this is what I want y'all to understand. They're looking for us to put our dollars in their till. They're looking for us to continue to put our dollars in their till. So this is where shock factor. Let's shock them. I'm not buying what you selling. And I say that a lot of times. And my sister said, that's counterproductive when you say, I'm not buying what you're selling. I'm buying it, but you're telling me I'm not. I say that as a figure of speech. But literally, if we stop buying what they're selling and start buying our own, we're going to change the trajectory on this thing. And it takes so much effort to try to get us on a mindset to say, if it's a good quality product, if it's a good quality service, if it's a good quality business, I'm going to support it. Hear me when I say that. Light causes darkness to flee, shade light. Come on here, Cassandra. They're counting on it, Stacy. They're counting on this. Can I say this about BMW? They're counting on enough people that are going to pay that $18 for that cruise control, that are going to pay that subscription for those heated seats. They're counting on your dollars. Hear me when I say it. Shock factor in full effect. So this is one of the things that I've been trying to encourage, and I've talked about, I don't know, it's not so huge and catching on, but I said, listen, let's give new meaning to Black Friday. When they say Black Friday, they want the day after Thanksgiving, whatever the case may be, to get your dollar. Listen, let's turn Black Friday into every Friday we buy black. How about that? Every Friday we buy black. So go to a black grocer, go to a black farmer, get your food from somebody black. Listen, go to a black restaurant, go to a black clothier, let's turn Black Friday into something different. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. I am saying let's change the trajectory and do something different. And not just black folk, everybody. Because at the end of the day, it's a situation where, even as we talk about the idea that this country was built on our backs, it was built on our labor, it was built at the lives. I mean, we gave blood, sweat, tears, and our lives to build this country. This is where I'm saying, listen, support everybody. And this is the thing. Or everybody support. Let me say that correctly. Everybody support and support everybody. I do both ways. So at the end of the day, we don't have a problem with, y'all go to the different cities and you'll go to Chinatown and you'll go and shop and spend your dollars. You'll go to the Italian area of town and spend your dollars. You'll go to the Hispanic area of town and spend your dollars. And then when we get to black folks who really have contributed in such a major way to this country being in existence and being what it is today, we can't go to the black area of town. And matter of fact, when you go to black area of town, what you gonna get are the po-po rolling up your windows and everything of fear, dread, and worry and everything else. But where's the store though? Where's the restaurant though? Where's the eatery? Where's the cafe? Where's the coffee shop? Where's the walking path where we can just get out and walk from store to store down the street? Where's the walking path? Because now they look at the walk rating. What's the rating of the town when it comes to your ability to get out, park your car, and just walk from one different business to the next business and get a walk score? We don't have a walk score. We got a run score. And everybody's running into their houses, running into their cars, putting the locks on, putting the screens up, putting up the jail cell bars. That's what we have in the black community. And we've got to turn that thing around. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is the other thing. This is what really pisses me off. And I did say pissativity. I said pisses me off. Because when I get in this conversation, even with black folks, well, why do we have to be different? Why can't we just be with everybody else? This is my thing. You don't say that when you go to Chinatown. You don't say that when you go to the Italian section of town to purchase. You don't say that when you go to the Hispanic. You don't say that about anybody else but black folk. But when black folks want to have an economy like all of these other stuff, or go to the Jewish area of town, and then there's no racism here, there's no negativity here. You know that when you go to the area of town, what it is you want to buy, what they're known for, what you're going to purchase, you don't see any problem with that. But the minute that black black folks start saying we want to do that, all of a sudden y'all sounding racist like the other folk. I'm not sounding racist. What I'm saying is the same way all of the other subcultures are allowed and don't see any problem with having an economic base. Why can't black folks do that too? Why can't black folks have that too? Why can't black folks, and again, with our consumer dollars being some of the biggest dollars being spent in this country, in all of these other markets and sub-markets, black dollars keep them in business. Additionally, not just their community, but the outside dollars of us coming into their communities and spending our dollars at those establishments. Why can't we do that for black folks? Why can't we have the same thing without looking and saying, oh, y'all want to be separate? I'm not trying to be separate. I'm trying to have an economic base just like all of these other subgroups have an economic base. There's nothing wrong with that. Am I talking to anybody? There's nothing wrong with black having an economic base. There's nothing wrong with it. And I get that argument from black folks. I said what I said. You know where you are. This is Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. And I am your spiritual thought leader. And I'm being real spiritual right now. If we're going to have a recovery in this country, we are going to have to take our economic position back, which means that we've got to position ourselves with our own dollars to be successful and stop giving our dollars to everybody else and thinking that we're not entitled to our own money. I said what I said, and I said, honey, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I am. I'm black and I'm proud. And I love everybody else, and I want them to be proud of their heritage too. But don't look at my heritage and tell me I can't have, I don't deserve, it's not right. You're being you're being reverse racist. I'm not being reverse racist. I'm saying just like everybody else, I want what's mine. Did you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Just like everybody else, I want what's mine. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. So this is an area that I need us to regroup our minds. There's some folk out there, listen, I can tell you for a surety, I had a cousin that could take a car. He was a magician with his hands when it came to restoring and body work. I had a cousin. He should have been a millionaire. Really, I'm not joking. He could take a car that looked like Who Shot John. He could take that car in a garage, get his tools together. He could rebuild the engine under the hood. He could rebuild the exterior of the car. He could rebuild the interior of the car. And when you drove that car off, it looked like a brand new car off the showroom floor. That man was gifted. Do you understand me? That baby was gifted. Gifted. Ooh, I'm telling you, he was gifted. And at the end of the day, he had a issue that kept him from being in mainstream, and people took advantage of that. But I looked at that gift and I said, if he could have just been set up correctly, that baby could have been a millionaire off of that. When I tell you he was a genius with his hands, he was a genius with his hands. There are a lot of people out there in the community that have all kinds of gifted skills, that have all kinds of anointed skills, that if that 97.3 startup capital that's going to these white men, if some of that 97.3% could be shed amongst those individuals that really have the gift and really have the talent. Come on, DJ Leo the Great. Thank you for that resub and good morning to you. He's a streamer. Please follow him. If we could take some of that 97.3% and spread that out to some of these folks out here in the community that have these phenomenal gifted skills and abilities that are just mind-blowing, put some of that money in them and invest for them to start a business and be able to keep a business running, we could turn some people around. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We could turn some lives around. And even, so many times the stuff that he wanted to do, he had to use somebody else's tools because he didn't have the tools. He had to use somebody else's garage. There's my sunshine, the one and only Keisha Key 36. Come on in here, girl. Good morning to you. He had to use somebody else's garage. He had to use everything that he used. He had to use somebody else's stuff to do it. But if he could have only had his own garage, his own tools, his own place, look at the difference he could have made in his life and in the life of others. This is all I'm saying, you all. There's so many abilities that we have out here. There are so many things that we can do. There's so many things that we have access to. We just need to do it. Am I talking to anybody this morning? So that at the end of the day, we don't have to keep looking from the outside in. We can look from the inside out. And this is what I feel about us as a people. When we look from the inside out, we're not trying to keep others out. You're welcome to come in. You're welcome to participate. You're welcome to be a part. What we're doing is not designed to keep folks down. It's not designed to keep folks out. It's not designed to keep folks out of the loop. At the end of the day, we're building because we're tired of being left out. But at the end of the day, yet and still, we have enough love. We have enough, all of that genuine within us that says, listen, we know what it's like to be held down. We ain't trying to keep nobody down. This revolution and realities are necessary. It's necessary, Cassandra. It's absolutely, positively necessary. And then teach the ones behind us. You said a word right there. You said a word right there, DJ Leo the Great. And that's part of what I am hoping we're starting to do in this hour, is a teaching and a sharing of knowledge, of information to help those that are coming behind. I'm going to tell you, even in what I hear with my Reboot podcast ladies, it's like I'm learning from them, but I also hope that my presence and my knowledge that experience has brought me is helping them also. It's a two-way street. It's a give and a take. I'm teaching you, you're teaching me, and we're all learning. We're all growing together, and we're all going to a higher height. We're all going to new dimensions. We're all going on a different trajectory where we can have success and live it, not just look outside and watch other people enjoy it. So that's where we are. Come on and testify again, not your average guy. You were the only person of non-color in your high school and was always welcome and rarely disrespected because of your race. Come through with that, not your average guy. And I will co-sign on that. You're not typically going to find black people that are going to mistreat other races of people. We tend to be a welcoming and open-hearted, open-minded. Come on in and be a part. You family, we family, and be genuine about it. Not just talking with lip service, but be genuine about it. That is who we are. That's who we are. That's who we are. And thank you for that testimony, not your average guy. And I love you, man. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And we love you in the Lion's Den. But this is the thing. There is no desire to keep somebody down. There is no desire to keep somebody out. Listen, when I win, you win. You win, I win. We're in this thing together. There is no competition about us. It's about seeing everybody being successful. And the more, the merrier. Nobody trying to have no monopoly on something. No, I want to see everybody do good. I want to see everybody flourish. I want to see everybody prosper. Am I talking to anybody? So this is where we are. Mish, come on in here. I see somebody saying so much love to you. I appreciate you for coming in the Lion's Den. Greetings and salutations to you, my sister. Mish is a chef and a cook. Listen, if you're not following her, quit your wicked ways. Go out there and follow my girl. She'll bless your whole life. And I especially want you to follow our cooks and chefs that are in the streams, because a lot of times, unlike many of our DJs, they don't get the same support that everybody else gets. So I want y'all to make sure to go out there and love on my sister Mish 8. Click on her name, follow, click on the bell, get the notifications, and support her in her stream. Thank you for coming in this morning, sis. So much love coming to you. So at the end of the day, it's time for me to wrap this thing up. But listen, I'm so serious about what I'm saying. I'm so serious about this thing. I mean it. I'm not playing. It's time for our community as Black people to begin to build our own table. If we've built the tables for everybody else, and yes, I said it, we built those tables. Don't play with me. We've built those tables. If we've built those tables for everybody else, we can surely build that table for ourselves. It's nothing to it but to do it. So that being said, so much love to everybody. Somebody out there can start an automobile corporation. Y'all better ask somebody. We got some brothers out here that can build some cars. We got some brothers out here that can build some robots. We got some brothers and sisters out here. Let me not leave the sisters out, that can do some things. Listen, let's do it. Let's do it. Where is the black car company? Show it to me. I'm not talking about the black dealership. I said, where is the black automotive company? Where is it at? Somebody show it to me. Somebody drop their name down in my link. Where are we manufacturing? Am I talking to anybody? Come on here, DJ Leo. I'd rather see my rose bush grow instead of one very pretty rose. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way we do it over here, DJ Leo the Great. High five, high five, high five. I'd rather, and with that, that's how we're going to close it out this morning. I'd rather see my rose bush grow instead of one very pretty rose. And with that, y'all, enough said. That's the way we do it in the Lion's Den.
Oh, I feel for my
Well, I feel for my brother. I feel for my sister. Ninja Autos is in West Palm Beach. Come on, then, darn. We need to find them and start buying some cars from them if they building. Oh, come on. I'm going to look them up. Ninja Autos in West Palm Beach. Come through. This has been another edition, and I'm going to look them up for real, then, darn. This has been another edition of Yes You OQ, one-on-one, just me and you. This is your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. I have enjoyed you on this fine day. We've had some good conversation in here, and I appreciate every last one of you that have come in here. Oh, you have a black farm and market and grocery store? Come on. I love it. Me, share that information. I want to purchase. Now, listen, this has been another day's journey, and we're glad about it. I love you. Yes, I do. And there's nothing you can do about it. At the end of the day, you can find me out here, y'all, because I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Yes, I am. I want you to follow me. You can follow. Oh, that's the wrong one. Now, one trying to show the baby. Follow me. My side Pride Peace trying to show out while I'm trying to get out of here. You can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. I'm out there, y'all. I'm out there. And listen, this is the mantra that we have. I don't have a spirit of intimidation. I don't have a spirit of fear. I have power. I have love. And I have a sound mind. Come through, come through. And with that being said, I am all powerful in love. Come on here. As long as I'm operating in love, you can't stop me. You can't block me. Ain't nothing you can do to shut me down. And listen, at the end of the day, we're not just talking about change, but we plan to be the change. And I'm not worried because I got support. That's what we do over here in the Lions Den. We are about supporting one another. These Lions, this Pride, Pride. This Pride Alliance is relentless. You're gonna hear us roar. It's us, you, me, we all, because we all in this thing together. And we love you so much. Now listen, you're not in the den of iniquity, but there's been the den of activity and support from everybody that's coming up in here today. So I want to thank you for your lion support. To my moderators, the Rebel Inc., Michelle Browno, and thank you for that video clip, sis. And Shelly Thunder. Those are my moderators. Yes, those are my beautiful angels, and I appreciate the blessed Trinity. Listen, I thank you for that resub, DJ Leo the Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we're going to go bless somebody. As Shelly Thunder says, have an amazing day on purpose. So copy that raid message. Come on and go with us. We will do you good. That's what one preacher used to say. I want you to come on and go with us to wherever we're going. I see that we're going to share some love someplace else. Come on. 11 months, baby. Come on here, DJ Leo the Great. I appreciate you. Truck driver, you know we got love for you, man. Nothing but love. We can ready to go see DJ D, man. Ride with us. Peace for your journey.